Hello, let's dive straight in today. So, there is a fantasy book that you should have read, you should be aware of, especially if you like dragons. Now, a lot of people are loving The Fourth Wing, Rebecca Yarros. So if you like this book, or even if you didn't like this book, but you like fantasy and you like dragons, there is definitely an author you should have heard of and should absolutely be your next read if you haven't heard of her or read her books. And where have you been if you haven't? Personally for me, I didn't really get on with this book because I think it's because I read this other book growing up, this other series growing up, and that was the original. She is the original Queen of Dragons. And for me, when I write my books, I've written a book series called The Phantom Archer. And I was always influenced at a young age by this other author because her female characters were front and foremost and strong, and these books came out in the late 1960s, so you have to understand how mould breaking that was in that world where women at that time barely even had bank accounts, let alone there was these books where women were riding the Queen of Dragons, you know. So of course, if you have not guessed what it is, it's Dragonflight by Anne McGaffrey. If you have not read this world of Pern, where have you been? It's beautiful. The backstabbing that goes on in these books, it is epic between all the different families. It's fantastic. So I grew up reading these books, and if you are looking for your next fantasy read with dragons and backstabbing, and yes, there is spice in some of these books, again, not many women were writing that at that time. She broke the mould. Go and find these books, okay? And I shall be back at another point. Okay.